Federal and DoD Coaching, Module 6, Unit 6.3, B2B Platform Rosters. Federal and DoD coaching is the segment most commercial coaches know the least about, and either over-romanticize or dismiss entirely. The contracting vehicle is GSA. The buyer is a federal agency. The sales cycle is measured in years, not months. And there's a security clearance dimension for some work that's worth understanding before you spend time pursuing it. Here's the public information picture, and a framework for deciding whether this market belongs in your practice. The primary federal contracting vehicle for coaching services is the GSA Multiple Award Schedule, the MAS, specifically the Professional Services Schedule. Source: GSA.gov Public Documentation. 2 access routes. Direct GSA schedule holder. You hold a GSA schedule contract yourself. This requires a full application to GSA, compliance documentation, and a qualification process that takes real time. Realistic at scale. Significant compliance overhead for a solo practice. Subcontractor to a prime. You work under a coaching firm or L&D vendor that already holds a GSA contract. Easier entry, lower margin, less direct visibility with the agency buyer. For most coaching practices, this is the right first step into federal work. The Office of Personnel Management runs documented leadership coaching programs for senior federal employees. Coaches in OPM networks are vetted through OPM's own process, not through GSA. Source: opm.gov Public Documentation. This is worth researching if the federal leadership development buyer is in your niche. It's a different door into the same broader market as GSA. Separate application, separate vetting, separate buyer relationship. 2 different entry points. Know which one fits your situation before you invest time in pursuing either. Security clearances, the public information picture. Some DoD coaching engagements require coaches to hold or be eligible for security clearances. The general categories: secret, requiring a background investigation and U.S. citizenship; top secret and sensitive compartmented information, requiring a more extensive investigation and required for access to classified program information. Most coaching of senior civilian employees and flag officers does not require a clearance. Work closer to operational or intelligence functions may. Specific requirements depend on the agency and the specific program. I'll say this clearly. Pursue the clearance question through official public channels for the specific agency you're targeting. Represent only what the public record confirms. Here's the make or skip decision framework. Federal coaching is worth pursuing if all 4 of these conditions hold. 1. You have or are eligible for relevant clearances where the work requires them. 2. You're prepared for a 12 to 24-month sales cycle, longer than commercial B2B. 3. You're comfortable with the contracting bureaucracy, or you have a prime vendor partner who handles it. 4. The federal leadership development buyer is in your niche. If any one of those conditions doesn't hold, commercial B2B is a better use of the Module 6 infrastructure you've just built. This isn't a ranking of markets. It's a fit test. The subcontractor entry is the right start for most coaching practices pursuing federal work. A coach who decides to pursue federal work typically starts as a subcontractor to a prime vendor. Because they have relevant clearance history from a prior government career, they meet the 4 conditions, and they have the sales cycle patience the federal market requires. The common mistake is pursuing federal contracting as a prime contractor without first understanding the compliance overhead. SAM.gov registration, past performance documentation, GSA schedule application complexity. The compliance burden is real. Start as a sub. Understand the market. Prime when the scale justifies it. Whether you're doing a direct sponsor engagement, an RFP1 program, a platform roster, or a federal subcontract, there's one structure that underlies all corporate coaching, and doesn't exist in individual coaching, the three-party engagement. The sponsor, the coachee, and you. Getting that contract right and maintaining it ethically is where the CC hours in this module live. That's Unit 6.4.